Welcome ladies and gentlemen to the final video of 2017. This year has been absolutely incredible for me. It's been the best year I've ever had on YouTube. The Redstone videos have gone down incredibly well. The Hermitcraft series has just completely taken off and gone through the stratosphere. So I thought to celebrate the end of 2017, what I could do is take a look back through some of my personal favourite builds that I've constructed over the past 12 months as a kind of end of year roundup. I hope you enjoy. Now these redstone builds are going to be ordered from oldest through to newest. So this hipster bridge right here was constructed in early January of 2017. So one of the first redstone builds that I constructed this year. And I have to say, we got things off to a very good start. I mean, check this thing out. How ridiculous is that? So the whole idea is that it drops a bridge down from the ceiling, and this one drops it down by 3.5 blocks. So we have got a whole bunch of headroom right there, and then when we want the bridge to go away, all we have to do is hit the button once again, and you can see that the pistons drop down, they pick up the blocks, and then everything gets retracted away into the ceiling. Now this thing is totally ridiculous, and is based off a concept that I actually created way back in 2012 or 2013, but I've improved upon it massively, and I'm really happy with the design. Anyway, one of the big changes that was made to Minecraft in 2017 was of course the colourful update, the one that introduced all of the concrete blocks, and of course all of the terracotta blocks that everyone got very upset about. But the interesting thing about the concrete blocks is they start off as concrete powder, which is affected by gravity, and then they turn into concrete blocks which aren't affected by gravity when they touch water. So I thought I would use this concept to essentially create a Minecraft printer. So what you have to do is write out what you want to say inside this double chest right here, and then it will eventually take out all of the blocks from the chest, and it will actually print them from these ink supplies here down at the bottom here. Now eventually this will say hi. Now I say the word eventually because this is not exactly a fast process. I mean, it's a satisfying to watch process, but quick it is not. I think while we wait for that to do its thing, we should probably just move on and take a look at the next redstone contraptions of the video. For example, this one right here. The multicolored wave machine. Now as you guys know, I love wave machines on this YouTube channel. The armor stand wave machine is still one of my personal favorite redstone contraptions, but to be honest, this is a pretty good contender. I mean, despite the fact that my frames tend to suffer a little bit and things begin to go a little bit invisible occasionally, this is just one of the most satisfying things to watch. Check that out. Oh, it's amazing. God, I kind of want to go bigger with it at some point. Oh my word, I had totally forgotten how insane this thing was. There is a lot of TNT falling out the bottom of this thing. I'm surprised to see these TNT dupers still work. That's crazy. Alright, let's switch these things off and get an Ender Dragon summoned in. Alright, that's all looking good. And now it's time to go back on down and start dropping some TNT on the central location and see how fast she can be killed off. It doesn't normally take long. See, I haven't even finished switching on the entire thing. She went straight into it and almost died straight away. Now, if you can't tell what this redstone contraption is, this is me killing the Ender Dragon with redstone. And I have to say, I mean, it's pretty successful. Oh, she's coming in again. This is the end. There is no way she is surviving this. Goodbye, Ender Dragon. Look at that. That's got to be the fastest way to kill the Ender Dragon. It has to be. There's just no two ways about it. That is completely ridiculous. I loved creating this. It was hilariously good fun. Just thought I'd quickly pop back and give an update on the printer. I mean, we've done 2 rows now. Let's keep looking at other redstone builds. And this was a fairly monstrous one. I mean, a seriously big redstone project. The collaboration between myself and Grian, where Grian built a mansion and I filled it to the brim with redstone contraptions, and then I also built a tiny little piston house, and then he decorated it, made it look pretty, because to be honest with you, the piston house I made was really ugly. It was meant to be ugly, but still, it was really ugly. So it was a bit of a challenge for the pair of us, but I'm really happy with the end result. I mean, this place looks crazy. So let's do a quick tour. We've got the filming room complete with stage, green screen, lighting systems, and also mixing area over there. Pretty fancy. We obviously have the hallway with the lighting systems, the armor stand jump scare devices, the changing rooms, and also the staircase going up through the center, which takes us through into the bedroom. But before we go in there, we've got to take a look in the kitchen, which is just filled with farms and all sorts of things that will provide you with food. Oh, and of course, a super furnace system, because everyone loves super furnace systems. It wouldn't be a piston house without some form of hidden entrance. This one takes us through into the gold vault, which is very nice. And of course, to round everything up, we have got the master bedroom, complete with... I mean, is that a mustache? I feel like it's kind of a mustache, but it's a bit of a definitely not one that I'm rocking. But maybe that could be my new look for 2018. Anyway, staying on the theme of big builds, we have got this. The best entrance in Minecraft. And you know what? I would say that's a fairly accurate title, wouldn't you? We've got fireworks, we've got bouncing dragon heads, we've got hello being stripped across the banner there. I mean, could you imagine having this in real life? If I had lots and lots and lots of money, which you would have to have lots and lots of money, this is how the entrance to my house would be. My neighbours would hate me. But then again, my neighbours would probably be many miles away because my house would be so big, so it's no real issue. Oh, here it comes, here it comes. That's it, this is an important one. 3 rows. Oh, would you look at that? Clearly by this point I was getting a little bit tired of building gigantic redstone contraptions, so I decided to go the complete opposite direction and make the smallest base in Minecraft. Now this thing is 5x5x4 or 100 blocks in total volume, and it has everything. We've got villager training, we've got a bed, we've got an automatic melon and pumpkin farm, we've got an automatic sugarcane farm, we've got storage all over the place, we've got a wheat, carrot and potato farm, we've got potion brewing stations, ender chests, we've got enchanting tables, and all sorts of other bits and pieces that I'm probably forgetting, all of which fits within this tiny space. I mean, look, there's a super smelter right there. How crazy is that? It's totally ridiculous. I can't believe it actually fits. Now, a fun fact about me is that before 2017, I had never built a conventional 4x4 piston door. It's something that I'd never done. I'd never really committed to actually working on it. So I thought this year would be the year. I set myself the challenge, and I didn't really mean to, but I managed to pull it off within a 3 wide space. Now this isn't particularly impressive. There are 4x4 doors that are considerably smaller than this, but for my first attempt, I was actually pretty happy with it. And if we take a look, the closing sequence isn't actually that ugly, and neither is the opening sequence. Not bad for a first try. Now another thing that I'd always wanted to do, but never really tried, is to create a realistic piston elevator. So I went away and I did a little bit of work on the redstone contraption, and I've managed to make it all function. Now this was a bit of a challenge to do, but it ended up working really well. We hit the button and you can see our little fence post will pop up, and then our elevator will travel along. We're inside our little cart. The walls are a little bit wacky and they do seem to be moving, but it functions. That is a fully realistic elevator. The only thing that it could do with is a little bit of catchy elevator music. Maybe I can add that in post. Now let's be honest here. It's no secret, I really like building bunkers in Minecraft. I built a bunch of them in 2017, and I'm sure I'll build a bunch more of them in 2018. But when I was trying to think of which one to feature in this video, I was really struggling. It's a really hard choice, but after some careful thought, I decided that the 3-hour bunker was my personal favourite for this year. Partly because it was really difficult to build within the 3-hour time period. Putting that challenge on yourself really puts the pressure on, but also I just think it's executed well. Like, it went so much better than I expected. I mean, for me, it just had everything. We've got quick kits, we've got enchanting tables, we've got farming area over here. This is a working sorting system that actually functions. All of the redstone is out the back, which is pretty impressive considering this thing fits in the environment and everything's going on underground. We've got crafting tables, furnaces, we've got all of the exit systems, we've got the send and receive message, which allows you to send a message out onto the surface, and then someone can drop a message down into you so you can communicate with those of you who are above. We've got hidden staircases and also some security and everything like that going down underneath. I mean, it's just a cool project. It was a really fun project to work on, and I heavily enjoyed it. I mean, come on, this has got to be taking the mick. I don't remember it being this slow. Thankfully though, I'm being calmed down by this redstone contraption here. Just look how perfect it is. I don't know how to describe how I feel when I look at this redstone contraption, but it just makes me happy to know that this actually works. Just those lines of redstone causing a working piston elevator to function. I mean, it just doesn't look like it should work, but it does. And it works wonderfully, wonderfully well. The redstone block just powers the redstone lines and then it sends itself upwards. It's arguably more satisfying to just watch from a third person perspective. Just look at that. Ah, poetry in motion. Something that I wouldn't necessarily describe as poetry in motion and more as brute force is my 5x5 piston door. Now the closing isn't too bad. That actually looks relatively smooth, but the opening, well, the opening just kind of looks like a mixed martial arts fight. There's things going on everywhere. It's very manic, but somehow everything comes together in the end and we have ourselves a nice 5x5 opening. To be honest, I'm surprised I managed to pull this thing off. I wasn't expecting to be able to build it. Before 2017, I had never built a conventional 5x5 piston door, so I am slightly proud of myself for managing to do it, but it's not pretty. I mean, this thing really isn't pretty. If I could predict a crowd favourite, this would probably be the one. The silly, daft, stupid TNT cannon that acts like a laser. Now, just as a bit of context here, so here is the TNT cannon. All the way over there, you can see that block way off in the distance. That is a dirt block. It's 150 blocks away, and we have got 5 rings set up, all made of compressed ice, which is extremely, extremely explodable. And what our TNT needs to do is fly through all of these hoops and then destroy the block of dirt at the end. I hope you understand that. Right, so let's hit this button over here, and that should kick everything into action. So the TNT will fall. And there goes the dirt block. Now, before anyone says down in the comment section that I'm using command blocks to do this, there is only one command block in this map, and that is this one, and that is just to replace the dirt block so that I don't have to go all the way over there because it was taking a long time. So that's it. No funny business, just mad TNT action. Clearly at this point in the year, I was heavily enjoying building pointlessly over-the-top things. Following on from that silly daft TNT cannon, we have got this silly daft piston extender. This is a 21 piston extender. Now, it was already extended. Now let's just watch the retraction sequence. I mean, I don't know if this is more satisfying than the simplest piston elevator that we had earlier on. But I mean, it's got to be close. Just watching that block gradually make its way back. There is the target goal. Here it comes. Almost there. And there it is. 21 piston extender. Not bad. But apparently things only get sillier and more pointless from there, because next we've got the most over-the-top hidden crafting bench you can possibly build in Minecraft. And I kind of want it. So there we go. The crafting bench drops down from the ceiling. We have a nice lamp left, and then when we hit the button once again, everything gets sent back up. We get a lamp in this area here, and also the crafting bench gets retracted away, and then we're left with a lamp once again. This is a cool contraption. Like, this is a cool contraption. I really like watching that work. And there is a lot of interesting redstone happening in here. Quad piston extenders, block swappers, we've got pickup systems, the whole lot. And for the final build of this video, and for one of my personal favourite builds of 2017, I'm sure you can tell from the heartbeat, it is Bumbo Cactoni split in half. I love making the what's inside videos. They're always hilariously good fun, trying to work out the ideas for things to go inside them, but also trying to come up with ways to represent those ideas. It's a massive challenge because it's a completely different way of doing redstone, but I was just really happy with how Bumbo Cactoni came together. The heart of gold looks really good. We've got the little cactus production unit, which you can see is still working away. We've got his water collection system. Just everything ended up working well together and looking really, really good. So I'm glad to see that you enjoyed that video because it was a fun one to create. So we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is 2017 all rounded up nice and neatly inside one video. I'm sure I have missed a handful of videos that you guys really enjoyed, so let me know down in the comment section where your personal favorite builds were from 2017. I also just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who supported me in 2017. As I say, this year has been the best year ever, and I cannot personally believe that we are approaching 2 million subscribers. That is just bonkers, especially considering that we only hit 1 million subscribers in 2016. That was last year, and now we're less than 20,000 subscribers away from the big 2 million, and also almost 500 million views. 500 million! That's with a B. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please sure to that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later. I mean, this is just useless, isn't it? It's just useless. We're not even on 4 rows yet.